grew up on a farm in northeast Iowa on a gravel road outside of a small town called Festina. This farm has been the only thing I've ever known that's been home. My parents taught my younger sister and I how to treat others, how consistent work will one day reach you to your desired goal, and the true meaning of life. The farm gave me a lot of experiences and opportunities to learn about the agricultural industry. From helping out with chores and getting livestock ready for the local county fair, these are the times I look back on and how the family farm built me into the person I am today. I learned a lot from my dad and my grandpa Bushman while growing up on the farm. They have been the two most influential men in my life. They have the most caring hearts for farming, livestock, and people. They taught me about respect and always lending out a helping hand.
Why did I want to farm? I grew up, I'm the fourth generation family farm, and I grew up on this farm in this same house, and I guess I've always just loved working with animals and working the land, and we started farming organic in the late 80s because my dad grew up farming conventionally, and in the early 80s he had a bag of insecticide break in his hand, and he ingested a bunch of it, and a few years later developed a brain tumor, and so that was the start of he either was going to quit farming or do something different. So that's why we, in the late 80s, started farming organic, and it was kind of just the start of how we farm today. We farm 2,000 acres, all organic. We raise 3.5 million organic broilers, and run 40,000 organic eggs. And so it's just kind of nice to know where our food comes from. That's kind of the reason why I have a passion for farming.
My mother has always been my rock. I get a lot of my personality from her, and she's always been a huge supporter of my agricultural passions. I'm very thankful that my mom has always been willing to help me out in any given situation.
I would say one of the biggest values I've seen raising kids on a farm is just having them just have the opportunity to be around animals and work with animals, and to learn all of the things that animals and nature can teach us about life and what really matters in life. Also just the confidence that it develops in working with fair animals, for example, with the dairy steers, and just the size difference and what that takes courage-wise to get into a ring with an animal that size and try to tame it and make it presentable for Fair Week. So I would say those are probably the two most powerful qualities I've seen as important in raising kids on a farm.
And I see just having a strong work ethic, to be able to have the discipline, to put livestock first, over fun things. Chores are always first, and just having that strong work ethic and family values, and just being able to watch a calf, for example, grow from a calf to a finished product, and the pride that watching the kids have to be able to do that. So
my little sister has always been my built-in best friend. My fondest memories of us is riding around in the Ranger, showing livestock together, and laughing about the most ridiculous things. We share a love for animals and sarcasm. She has taught me to just laugh through it all, and I'm very grateful for a sister like her.
So my favorite memories on the farm are probably when I was little, running around on the brown bales and hanging out with the farm animals, like the dogs and the cats and the cows and the baby chicks, and just having the freedom to run around on our own land.
What I remember most about my childhood was always being outside, playing with animals, selling lemonade and ice cream bars to the hired men, and truly embracing my time outside. I'd always take pictures of my pets, family, and had a great desire to capture and tell a story. In high school, I was very involved in sports, such as softball, volleyball, basketball, and trap shooting. I was extremely involved in FFA and showing livestock, and this is where I found my true passions. Now at Iowa State, I am continuing my interests and majoring in agricultural communications and minoring in animal science. I see now why I chose my major, because it was something I was truly passionate about at a young age. I am so blessed of all the wonderful opportunities and people Iowa State has led me to. Hopefully one day I can use the experiences from Iowa State and my childhood on the farm to return farming and continuing on with my passions. I owe it all to the farm that built me.